The Week 4 Ryerson Rams Leadership Development Program debrief. Week 4 was about psychology of mindfulness and the mindful athlete. This is important for the leader because mindfulness and the practice of mindfulness, which Ellen Longer speaks to as what you pay attention to versus mindlessness, which is not paying attention to anything, that is an important tool for the leader to be able to act on their intentions. So it's one thing to say, I want to hold my teammates accountable, but unless you're acting on it, you're not doing it. You're not leading. Leading is about actions and behaviors, not just about best intentions and ideas. So when we are being mindful, we create space between a stimuli, so a stimuli can be a situation, and the reaction. And we create enough space so that we can act on our intention. Oftentimes we get in these crazy situations and situation happens, we react. And at the end of the game, we think back and say, oh man, I should have done this, or I should have said this, or I could have said this. That shows that we were on autopilot. That shows that we were not engaged in the moment and we were not at our peak performance level psychologically so that we can act on all of our intentions. Game's over. It's not going to help you anymore. So we want to practice these mindfulness pieces. Now, Peter Jensen shares with us his concept on energy management. And he speaks to the idea of setting your thermostat and then managing your energy to either bring the energy level down to an optimal level or bring the energy level up to an optimal level. So some of the ways to bring the energy level down would be yoga breathing, or Jensen speaks to, inhale 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. I believe Brian Johnson shared a technique with us that was, I think it was inhale for 6, hold for 2, out for 7, something like that. There's different breathing pieces to help bring your energy level down. Meditation and yoga are great practices to help you to become aware of what's going on in your mind. So meditation and yoga help you to observe the thoughts that are going on in your mind. So you could be in some crazy pretzel-like yoga pose, and because you are breathing and because you have practiced becoming aware of what's going on in your mind, you observe, hey, I'm in this and I'm thinking about the discomfort of this pose, or I'm thinking about the fact that I have to go to the bank after this yoga class. Starting to practice observing what's going on in your mind can help you in games because, it's a situation, your teammate doesn't box out and you get pissed off and you're thinking in your head, fuck, I want her to box out. She never fucking box out. And if you've practiced observing that, you can say, oh, wait a minute. That's what's going on in my mind. What is my intention? Well, I want to hold my teammate accountable. I want to help my teammate be their best. So great that I was thinking that initially. Let me push that to the side. And now let me go to my teammate and say, hey, let's get a box out next time, so that I'm practicing my intentions. That's when you get that space between stimuli and reaction. And Brian Johnson speaks to that as your response ability. So your ability to respond to a situation instead of react. Super critically important for the leader so that you do not miss opportunities to be your best as a leader with the people who serve you. Now, there's so many different ways to do this. Jensen speaks about bringing energy levels down with yoga breathing, meditation, yoga, those types of practices. And he also speaks about bringing your energy level up. So I think I mentioned already that I have a client who suffers slightly with some ADHD, and he'll go to auditions. Before an audition, he goes on a 10K run. And because he's under-aroused, his focus is all over the place. But once he goes on that 10K run, his focus settles. As he says it, he's settled. And now he's locked in and he's present and he's paying attention. So that's a practice that works for him. But exercise is a way to get your energy level up. Sleep, proper nutrition, and rest, those are ways to get your energy level up so that you can be at optimum level. So sometimes we're too low energy. We got to do some things to get the energy level up. Sometimes we're too high. We got to do some things to bring the energy level down. And that's it. That's the debrief for week 4. I mean, really, it's about you finding what works for you. I'm not going to tell you to go do meditation. I'm not going to go tell you to do a 10K run before a game. But I am going to say to you that you must find that optimal zone, set your thermostat, as Peter Jensen would say, and then what works for me to bring my energy down when I'm too high, when the arousal level is too high. What works for me to bring my energy level up when the arousal level is too low, so that I can perform my best as an athlete, but also for the context of this course, as a leader in practice and in games.